All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Most High God. Yahweh, I do so in the name. His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ and Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, your brother, Chief Priest, AHLAZAR, BANLAWYA, a.k.a. Grla Hebrew. I got War Dog Isaiah reading for me. Tonight, we up here on a late night doing a live Q&A. Hope y'all, number one, checked out the truth about the 2/3 breakdown that dropped right here on the Chief Dome channel earlier. Very powerful and impactful breakdown we did some months ago. Of course, stuff got taken down, so we wanted to re-upload it in the 4K quality and version, which was very powerful. I had a lot of fun even editing it, put it together. It made me excited. It made me excited just all about the information all over again, like when we first brought it out. But y'all that been around should know that's at least from like 4 months ago, right? So it wasn't a new thing. But we wanted to put it back out in the spirit of the Most High to get that edification. A lot of people were asking about it, etc. So we wanted to get that back out there for y'all, so y'all can make sure y'all get your notes, and Lord willing, we'll have the rest of the Rebirth of a Nation series out as well. I want to plug a few things. Of course, YouTube channels, Gorilla TV. Let me put this in the chat at Gorilla dot or at GRLA TV on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to the Gorilla TV YouTube. Right? How am I not? What am I? What am I? Okay, I'm not even. All right. Subscribe to the Gorilla TV YouTube. GRLA TV on YouTube. Right? There we go. What am I doing? Okay. GRLA TV on YouTube. All right. This, of course, will direct you. This is, clips of videos that will direct you to the full length at gorilla.tv, the website. But get over to Gorilla TV, the YouTube channel, right? Gorilla TV, the YouTube channel. All right. All this stuff, of course, is available for you. Got this debate with Geno Jennings happened down there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. That was classic through the spirit that I definitely encourage everybody to check out. Check out me getting that Christian deacon to admit we have to keep the laws of God. Check out two of my debates with Apttmh, the infamous Apttmh, and of course, the Jehovah Witness encounter, which I dropped another part of via Reel today on my Instagram. You're not following me on Instagram. Something is clearly, evidently very wrong with you. Overwhelmingly, right? If it's almost 14.4K people, what makes you too cool to press follow? That's my question. So get on over there, but also get over to the SICARRI, the new SICARRI page, which I'm live on right now. Live on Public Enemies Live on. We live on a couple places, but get on it. Just put in at SICARRI Exodus 1715. Get over there. There's content on here. I'm slowly building this. Right, I got a lot of content ready for it. It's stuff that's sitting in that's ready to come out on this channel, already uploaded. So get on over to this channel, SICARRI Exodus 1715. Get on over to this channel ASAP. Because there's exclusive content on there. And more coming for sure. And a lot of these lives, like this live, require me out by Shemi Al Shabrak Water for your continual support. Like this live, a lot of them now, I'm starting to take them. I'm going live on Chief Dome. Of course, we're monetized over here. We can get super chat and things like that over here. But then after it's live, taking it down and just leaving it up on the other channels, right? So make sure you tapping in and you logging in. I do also want to plug over on urbangorilla.com. That's right, urbngrla.com, your home of the hottest Israelite streetwear. You get on over there, use promo code Monday. It's back active for the next 24 hours, literally for the next 24 hours from now. You'll be able to use promo code Monday and save on all items and orders at urbangorilla.com. Get something like the shirt I got on here or the shirt you see on the screen, right? We have hundreds of items available now. We got hats like the hat I got on, or this one you see on the screen, Jerusalem. And these things, they come in different colorways. They come in different sizes, man. Right? Right? These are high quality shirts through the spirit of the Lord, right? So definitely, again, get on over to urbangorilla.com. That's urbngrla.com. Use promo code Monday and save on all items and orders. All praises to the Most High, right? With that being said, again, we're doing open Q&A tonight. If you're looking to join the camp, right, you're ready to get on these front lines in these trenches and really put in this work through the spirit and the power of Yahweh to be brought up in the tutelage of this organization, right? Email us, join@SICARRI.camp. That's join@SICARRI.camp. Our donation information also there is below me, right? Cash App, if you want to do it via card, via our site, PayPal, email, or you can always super chat if you're watching on a monetized channel on the YouTube. So all praises to the Most High, right? Harlem Brown says, love you, dear brothers, all praise. Why does Judah seem to bear the brunt of the punishment, certainly in America? Well, because this is where Judah is, right? If you take a look at Asher, Levi, we're in far drastically worse conditions than Judah is in America. Issachar, far drastically worse. Like that, when you deal with the top 10 most dangerous cities in the world, almost all of them are Mexico, then one is Haiti and one is in South Africa, right? So when we talk about murder rates, when we talk about poverty and things like that, Judah's not bearing the brunt of it globally. But as far as in America, where Judah was scattered and brought to, certainly, because this is the place specifically of the Judites' captivity. When you go to our places of captivity, then you'll see it there. As a Judite, Nakamaya can tell you about when he went to Haiti and how so when you go to where we were captive, right, then you see what we're experiencing. You go to where the Benjamites were captive, you see what the Benjamites, but see us of the other tribes, we come to this country, we got to come up in under Judah or under because don't forget about Gad and Reuben as well, because Gad and Reuben is bearing the brunt here as well. They're just small in numbers, so you're not seeing them like you're supposed to. But you could just look up what the state that the reservations are in, and you'll see it. You can look at the amount of alcoholism and police brutality, police killings, things of that nature that Gadites and Reubenites are subject to. You'll see that. But remember, this is the place of Judah, of Gad and Reuben. So these are the people you're going to see mostly bearing the brunt of things in this country. You zoom out and look outside of this country and go to the other places where the other tribes were scattered, you'll see that. But the rest of us, when we come here, we got to get up under Judah, right? So we're in the midst of and mingling with Judah, right? Everybody, all the Latin tribes, the Caribbean tribes, that's what we're dealing with. That's where we're in. We're in those communities, the inner cities, if you will, the urban centers, right? So that would be why that is. All right. You see any other question?
Yeah, A-Town Free said, hey, Gorilla, what's up with these Yah-O people and the ravenous bird?
I have no clue. Some of the craziest people I've ever heard of in my life, I don't even know what's to them.
Right. Work Hard Grind said, Shalom, Chief, can you give understanding to Isaiah 56, specifically to the stranger part in verses 3 through 6?
I certainly can. Let's go.
Con. Isaiah chapter 56. You want to start from the top?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 56 from the top. It says, thus saith Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that does this, and the son of man that lays hold on it, that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it, and keeps his hand from doing any evil.
Shalak, start back from the top.
The prophet Isaiah chapter 56 verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, keep you judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Mm-hmm. Blessed is the man that does this, and the son of man that lays hold on it, that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it, mm-hmm. and keeps his hand from doing any evil.
Read on.
Neither let the son of the stranger that has joined himself to Yahweh mm-hmm. speak, saying, Yahweh has utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yeah, we're going to go to 6.
Verse 4. For thus saith Yahweh unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbath.
Salakia, we're going to go to 8. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, for thus saith Yahweh unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths mm-hmm. and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant. Even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
So we have to stop there, right? Because this is the eunuchs, and what people do here to push false understanding and false narrative is they convolute the eunuchs and the strangers and what's said about the eunuchs and the strangers. These are two different types of people who have very specific messages here in this chapter. So it says the eunuchs will have a name better than sons and daughters. Why? Because eunuchs don't have children. They don't reproduce. That's the whole purpose of them being eunuchs, right? So that's why that's being said, meaning the reward that the Most High God is going to give them is going to be greater than the reward of having children. That's what's saying there. So these eunuchs are clearly, emphatically Israelites because they are stratified from the sons of the stranger that is going to be named there in the following verse. Let's go.
Verse 6, it says, also the sons of the stranger that joined themselves to Yahweh to serve him and to love the name of Yahweh.
That's right.
To be his servants. Everyone that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it.
Right. The strangers who are going to be zealous about keeping the commandments of the Most High. Go ahead.
And takes hold of my covenant.
Holds on to the covenant. Now remember, if you're in the car, it's not the same as you're holding on to the car. The ride is not the same now, is it?
Right.
No, it's not. Not even a little bit. Right. Go ahead.
Exactly. And takes hold of my covenant. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain. And make them joyful in my house of prayer.
He will bring them.
Right.
They will be joyful. Read on.
The burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted.
The Most High is gonna, and that's not a new thing. He's always accepted their burnt offerings and their sacrifices as long as the temple has stood. That's not new. Right, go ahead.
Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people.
Shall be called. Okay, go ahead.
Right, verse 8. It says, and the Lord God, which gathers the outcasts of Israel, said, yet will I gather others to him, beside those that are gathered unto him.
Okay, go ahead.
That's verse 8.
So read 8 again.
Verse 8 again. It says, the Lord God, which gathers the outcasts of Israel.
The Lord God, you got to slow down now. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord God, which gathers the outcasts of Israel.
This is giving you the timeline of this prophecy. Happens when the outcasts of Israel are gathered. So yes, after we're gathered, other people are going to come worship our God. That's the plan. That's what us being in power is about. So we set the world in order under our God and his rules and regulations and make everybody worship the only living God. That's the point. Right? Go ahead.
It says, yet will I gather others to him beside those that are gathered unto him.
So there'll be other nations present there. And you go to Isaiah 60, you'll learn all about them and what they'll be doing.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, let's go to that point real quick. What their role will be.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, starting at verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto you.
Right.
For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor have I had mercy on you.
So they're going to be present, right? They're going to be gathered there to build walls, to go to work. That's what they're going to be gathered for. Right? To be very clear. Right. So yeah, that's it on that. Next question.
Saint Ephraim 128 said, why are Israelite teachers lenient when it comes to condemning the Olympics and Jake's participation in it?
You'd have to ask them. I don't see the relevance in, going out of our ways to make videos against Olympians. Right. I just don't see it. So if you think that is a talking point, maybe you should go and make the videos on it, brother. I don't see the point personally.
Alaya Banyamin said, who are the 7 kings in Revelation 17 and 10?
The 7 heads of 7 kings? Yep. They're 7 kingdoms. Yep. They're not 7 actual kings. They're 7 kingdoms. Right.
Go to it?
No, we gotta go to it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't watch the closing or ultimate or opening ceremony. I heard about it, but I mean, you know, I watched a little bit of the Olympics, not much.
Samuel Potter said, "Can I join? I have an analogy for Gentile using black card / race card."
No, sir. We're not letting people join the panel.
Chasten X said, "Gorilla, are all black Americans the tribe of Judah? And if not, how do you distinguish?"
In general, black Americans are the tribe of Judah. How do you distinguish? It's called by lineage.
Khan Flip the Scripto said, "Shalom, Chief. Is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18 about Yahushua, Joshua, or both?"
It's not about Joshua at all, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 18 and 18. Even though Joshua is the same name, Yahushua, they're both, their name is Yahushua, just so you know, in the Hebrew. But go ahead.
Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18. It says, "I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him."
Right, go ahead.
Verse 19. "And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him."
It's talking about Yahushua. So just so you understand, though, right? This is the word for Joshua, right? Moses said to Joshua, right? Amar meaning said, Mashar Moses. Amar meaning said again, I'll, right? Unto Josh. This is the word Yahushua. You see it? You see how it's written? Yahushai. Yahushua. Same name. Just so you know. Right? Just so you know. But no, that's talking about Yahushua. And just to prove that, let's go to that and do the end of Deuteronomy.
Yep. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, starting at verse 10. "And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom Yahweh knew face to face."
There was not one.
Right.
Moses, Joshua's right here.
Right.
Matter of fact, get that word talk about Joshua right there. Princess Erica,
Deuteronomy chapter 34, verse 9. "And Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom."
He's full of the spirit of wisdom. Go ahead.
"For Moses had laid his hands upon him." "And the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as Yahweh commanded Moses."
So Joshua is being listened to.
Right.
Right? Okay, cool. But then it says what?
Verse 10. "And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses."
There wasn't one. Go ahead.
"Whom Yahweh knew face to face."
Simple. Simple. So Joshua is not the person being referred to in Deuteronomy 18:18. He cannot possibly be based on that scripture. Also, hold on. Damn. I gotta y'all can anybody, if you're all on Chief Dome, can you join the channel? Is that an option? Let me know. Because I thought I had that turned on. But go ahead.
Butterfly Thighs asks, "Hello, do you give biblical credit to the theory of intergenerational transmission of trauma effects? Putative role of epigenetic mechanisms, trauma passed down from paternal parent onto the child."
1000, I did a whole debate where that was my thesis to prove that we're Israelites was the epigenetics and the trauma.
Right.
But yeah, indefinitely.
Soldier of Yah asks, "Are there any scriptures to overcome adversity setbacks in your business? Feeling pretty frustrated right now."
What's the brother name?
Soldier Yah.
Soldier Yah. I want you to reach out to me either via email or via Instagram. And, you know, I want to talk with you further on that. So reach out to me personally. And I want to see what's going on with you and your business, man. And I want to give you the right words and guidance in regards to that. You've been a supporter a long time. And, you know, having frustration with business, that's something I understand about. You know, don't worry about it. Number one, have faith in the Most High first and foremost. But I want to talk to you about the specific side. But just number one, of course, just give me Proverbs 16:3. I'm gonna give you this one off top.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 3. It says, commit your works unto Yahweh, and your thoughts shall be established.
Right. So your thoughts, the things that you want to do with your business will be established if you first commit your works unto Yahweh. It's no problem. Like I said, there's my social media information right there. Follow at Gorilla Hebrew. So if you don't got social, then just email me gorillahebrew@gmail.com. And you know, we'll figure something out. I do got also for anybody else out there, I do got counseling available. You got to go to gorilla.tv for it now. Both you know, spiritual, personal, relationship, as well as business. So there's a Gorilla TV, so you can get on over there and make it happen. You know, I'm not even sure. What am I doing? Gorilla TV. Right. So all praises. Go ahead.
El Gallo said, Chief, when the script says, the dead in Christ shall rise. Since our spirit goes up after death, could this be referring to us awakening to this truth in Yahweh Shai? Thank you.
No.
Right. Marvin the Third said, being a trader, can you sell a trade on the Sabbath if it's losing gains, as this is the way I earn money?
I wouldn't say so. I would say shut down all trades before the Sabbath. Simple. Or set a stop loss. Best you can do. That's all you can do. You know.
And they got them trailing stop losses now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The trailing
stop losses now. You know.
Okay.
Like basically,
you can automate. Huh?
Yeah, automated is like it follow a certain amount of pips behind it now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Trailing stop loss for real.
Wow.
Yeah, it's smooth. Yeah, smooth. Brother Keith.
All praises. Shout out to brother Brother Keith, man. Real brother.
Yeah. Princess Erica gave a super chat. Chaz X said, follow-up question. How do you determine lineage? If someone can only go back a few generations, how can they with certainty say they come from any specific tribe?
Okay. Again, it's rather simple. Prophetically, in general, the people who are brought to specific places are specific people groups. The lineage goes back to specific tribes. It's a generalization. There is no certainty. So it's not with certainty. It's a generalization.
And with faith.
And first off, number one, with faith.
Ample faith.
You know? But they have the different tribes produce certain spiritual fruits.
Right.
So there are spiritual fruits that are consistent with tribal designations, right? That work cohesively with lineage to further substantiate, right? Because there is a spiritual aspect. Each tribe has a specific spirit, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, work hard, grind. Ask a follow-up question. He said, so the strangers are not Israelites emphatically in Isaiah 56.
Emphatically, they are not Israelites at all. They are the sons of the stranger.
You might not want them to be able to pray to your God, but they can.
They can do it, and they can do it now, and they always have been able to do it. It ain't no big deal. It doesn't make them their chosen people or anything like that. Right. But even just to show y'all that word, let's go Isaiah 56. Just to show you that word. That's an emphatically non-Israelite word right here. All right. The Bunakar. Oh, that's a hard word right there. Foreign, alien, foreign is that which is foreign. Foreign is foreign gods, alien, foreigner. Right? Abstractly, heathendom. So this isn't one of those neutral words that's ever applied to Israelites. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this ordinance of the Passover shall no Nakar and stranger eat thereof. Neither from the stranger's hand shall ye offer bread of Yahweh, of any of these, because their corruption is in them and blemishes be in them. They shall not be accepted for you. Right? You know? So yeah, pretty simple. Right. Oh, I wouldn't share it, but I gotta, you know what? I know what I gotta do to fix that in the car. All
right, ready? User 15 said, Chief, could you break down the parable of the shrewd manager in Luke 16, Baba Kishar?
Oh, yeah.
This is the book.
Chasing X. That was not a word salad, right? I quantified everything that I said. If you don't like it, that's on you. Your name is Chasing X. X means unknown. So you don't know who the hell you are, admittedly, by your name. Very simply. Right? It's crazy. It's not. What did I say there was guesswork? When out of anything I said, did I say guesswork? Chasing, I'm now challenging you. Where did I say guessing is how you do it? When did I say that? There's not a guess that prophetically there was a foretelling of a certain group of people going to a specific geographical location. That place is listed in the geographical prophetic sequence, and the tribes that comprise that people group all have the similarities and indications of this tribe. Then you come from that people. Where's the guesswork? I would love to understand where we said guess, because there's people who will tell you when you're born determine your tribe, if you're right-handed or you're left-handed. That's guessing. Where is the guesswork that we've done? It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, bro. Where we at? Luke 16?
Yeah, Luke 16.
Go ahead.
Start from the top. Luke, St. Luke chapter 16, verse 1. And he said also unto the disciples, there was a certain rich man which had a steward, and the same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods. And he called him and said unto him, how is it that I hear this of thee? Give an account of thy stewardship, for thou mayest be no longer steward. Then the steward said within himself, what shall I do? For my Lord takes away from me the stewardship. I cannot dig. To beg, I am ashamed. I am resolved what to do, that when I am put out of the stewardship, they may receive me into their houses. Verse 5. So he called every one of his Lord's debtors unto him, and said unto the first, how much owest you unto my Lord? And he said, 100 measures of oil. And he said unto him, take your bill and sit down quickly, and write 50. Then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said, 100 measures of wheat. And he said unto him, take your bill and write 80. And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Keep going.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitation.
So just read the 9th verse in the NLT.
Yeah,
it's about to simplify the whole thing for you.
Luke 16, chapter 9. In the NLT, it says, I tell you, use your worldly resources to benefit others and make friends. In this way, your generosity stores up a reward for you in heaven.
Well, where you at? What? That's not the NLT.
That's definitely NLT.
I'm in the NLT right now. That's not how it's rendered in the NLT. Hold on. Verse 9.
Yeah.
I'm in the NLT right now.
I tell you.
It don't say I tell you.
Yeah.
That's NIV. Yeah, NLT don't say that. What's that? That's saying NLT. That's crazy. Yeah, that's not what it says right here. You good.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm already in Luke anyway. 16 verse Luke chapter 16 verse 9. In the NLT it says, here's the lesson. Use your worldly resources to benefit others and make friends. Then when your earthly possessions are gone, they will welcome you to an eternal home.
Right. See that? So again, here's the lesson. Use your worldly resources to benefit people and to make friends with people. Be generous, benefit people, make friends with them. And then when you run out of resources, people are going to look out for you because you looked out for them.
Right.
That's all. But so again, let's just reanalyze here what happened. All right. Let's reanalyze what happened. Let's start here. And just in NLT now.
Okay, the whole thing in NLT.
Yeah, it says okay, so look what he says. He says the manager thought to himself, because he's a manager, right? He has an overseeing position. He doesn't have to do manual labor. He says, now what? My boss has fired me. I don't have the strength to dig ditches and I'm too proud to beg. Meaning I don't want to do manual labor and I have too much pride to beg people for money, right? He said, I know how to ensure that I'll have plenty of friends who will give me a home when I'm fired. Basically, all these people, they're going to look out for me once I don't have a job. So he went and cut them a break on a portion of what they owed. Right. So guess what the rich man had to admire? The dishonest rascal. He's a dishonest rascal, right. But he understood that it was smart of him because he got friends through that, because he cut them breaks. That's all that's being said right there.
He used earthly wisdom to his advantage.
Well, chasing. You said you can't prove emphatically or be certain what tribe each individual belongs to. You said it's a generalization and there's no certainty. So you're in fact, no, how is a generalization guessing? It's crazy, bro.
You ready for an actual question?
Yeah, for sure.
All praise to the Most High asks, when Esther 8:17 says, and many of the people of the land became Jews, what does that mean? I asked because I thought you couldn't become a Jew.
You can't become a Jew, right? So let's just read that.
All right. Let me start up a little bit.
No, real quick, just real quick for Chasing X, a lost brother. Guessing and generalizing are distinct cognitive processes, right? So they're distinct. So as far as how you use your brain, they're distinctly different. Okay, cool. Though they both involve making judgments or inferences based on available information. Guessing, definition. Guessing involves making a decision or an assumption without sufficient information or evidence. Right. It often relies on intuition or a lack of certainty, right? Nature, it is usually a spontaneous or random action. Right. Often when somebody is unsure of the correct answer or outcome, right? So now generalizing, definition. Generalizing involves drawing a conclusion based on specific information, observations, or experiences. It extends insights from particular cases to broader context. Nature, it is a reasoned process that often uses patterns, trends, or repeated experiences to make a broader statement or inference, right? The key difference is the basis. Guessing is often done with little to no basis in evidence, while generalizing is done after observing patterns or accumulating evidence, which is exactly what I said. Right? Certainty. Guessing has a lower level of certainty. Often, involving more risk or being incorrect. Generalizing, while it can still be incorrect, is usually based on some level of reasoning or evidence. Application: guessing is more about making an immediate decision, whereas generalizing is about applying learned insights to new or broader context. In summary, guessing is a more speculative action, while generalizing involves using specific information to form broader conclusions. Sir, you are destroyed. And with that, you're gonna have to sit down
and think about it.
Time out. You have to sit down and let that sink in, brother, before you get to type it.
I hope you like back up a little bit and put this in like 0.5, 0.75 playback speed, and just listen to what he just said to you. For real, dog. Lord in Christ.
Why didn't I think of that? He got a bomb dropped on him. All praises.
Oh my
That was
God.
bad.
Please listen to that in 0.75 playback speed.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna say. Back
Mhm.
there, say.
Yes, sir.
It's a chapter 8, verse 17, man. It says, and in every province and in every city, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Jews had joy and gladness, a feast and a good day. And many of the people of the land became Jews for the fear of the Jews.
For the what?
For the fear of the Jews.
For the what?
For the fear of the Jews fell upon them.
This is talking about people claiming to be Jews because they were afraid of what we were going to do to people who weren't.
Right.
Because we were given carte blanche by the king to go and kill people. So now people are claiming to be Israelites who aren't even Israelites because they're afraid of the wrath of the Israelites. And when you take a look at that word, which we'll show right here in what is it, Esther 8:17, right? And I'm gonna get another translation too while I'm at it. We get the JPS to knock, which renders it very good. Yeah. Look at this. Mach Yahadim, right? Which means what? To become a Jew, in fact, or in fraud, become Judaized. So all they did was become Judaized, right? As it says here, in fact, or in fraud. So basically, they began to act like they were us. It didn't make them us, okay? It didn't mean they became from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, which is what you would need to be a Jew, right?
If you look at, like you said, if you look at the actual word for Jew, right after that, for the fear of the Jews fell upon them.
Oh, good
the
point.
Word Jew is a completely different word.
So as you see here, see that? That's a Yahudim.
There you go.
Ha Yahawadayam, right? That's not what this says here. It's a reason for that. Even the root is different. See that? It's not the same. It's not a real Jew. It's a one in fraud.
Right.
So Esther 8:17 in the JPS real quick for y'all. And who is that? Issachar King Yahbashim Yahshabrakatah. Wathawadi said he passed the Sirach test. All praises, man.
Lord.
Getting ready. I think that's the brother. I met that brother in our last trip out there, man. He was out front of the spot at the Gained Up Conference. Solid brother from the tribe of Issachar. Let's take a look at this. See this? And in every province and in every city, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Jews had gladness and joy. This JPS, right? And many among the people of the land became Jews for fear the Jews was fallen upon. No, there's something else right here. What am I thinking about? It's in the Tanakh. Hold on. No, Esther 9. Never mind. I think I'm trying. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was something in the JPS. I think it might have been earlier in the JPS that gave a little bit more clarity on that. But all praise. Yeah, where we at? And definitely smash that like button. All that. Moth. Yeah, correct, Shaka War. Moth.
The NET is cold.
Okay. What does the NET say?
Yeah, it says throughout every province and throughout every city where the king's edict and his law arrived, the Jews experienced happiness and joy, banquets and holidays. Many of the resident peoples pretended to be Jews because the fear of the Jews had overcome them.
They pretended to be Jews.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a movie that you should watch if you haven't seen it. It's called Do the Right Thing. And in Do the Right Thing, the black people and the Puerto Rican people in the neighborhood rose up against the Italian man and burnt his pizza shop down. And they were getting ready to burn the Korean store down. And the Korean came out and said, I'm black too. It didn't make Koreans black.
Right.
It was the fear of that unruly multitude of blacks and Puerto Ricans on that block in Brooklyn that scared and frightened that Korean so much he didn't want his business burnt down like the white man's business. These people didn't want to get hung like the Amalekites got hung. So they sat there and pretended and tried to blend in and assimilate and act like they were us. That's all it was. This was nothing but a scene from Do the Right Thing. I'm black too, and they just had to laugh.
It's a perfect
He's through the spirit. Moses gave me that in the spirit. That's all that happened. I'm black too. I want to see if I get a picture. Can't play the thing. They're gonna hit me. But let me. Matter of fact, it don't even matter because I don't even got this. I'm not even running ads on this. Hold on. Man, y'all niggas been spilling stuff on my keyboard. You know what I'm saying? We know who's been doing it. A guy up out of Memphis, man. My stuff sticking. It wasn't sticking like this. What's going on here? And that's why I said I ain't want guys on my computer, man. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Fear. This is gonna bring fear.
Come on, let's clean house. Shit. I know why. It's your turn, sucker. I know why. I know why. I know why. I'm black. What? Black? Yeah. I'm black. Be black. Be black. Why you black? Be black. I'm black. You and me, same. We same. Same? Be black. Open your eyes, motherfucker. Leave the Korean alone, man. He's all right. Yeah, he's all right.
Brooklyn, New York. That was
Couch Judah. Let him slide. Yeah,
well, nah, but look, Benjamin the one told him chill out though.
Right.
You know, but yeah, man. So that's all that happened in Esther 8. That's all you have to remember to understand Esther the 8th chapter. That broom ain't stopping nothing. There's 100 of us out here. Swiftly, nigga. Swiftly.
I'm gonna ask a question, then go back up to another question that's a little bit more in depth. Azaziah Banyahawada said, Shalom, Chief Salakia, if you addressed before, but did you already change your stance on consuming mushrooms and sea moss?
Hell no.
Praise the Lord. Mr. Stewart said, can I get a breakdown on groves? I remember you briefly linking them to strip clubs, but the video was deleted. Was there nothing brief about that one? We went deep into it.
Yeah, we went deep. He might have seen a brief breakdown of it, but that's okay. We go smooth back into it right now for you through the spirit and power of Yahweh. And that, but that's good. Let's write that down. Let's put that in our Rolodex. Because I do got a list of breakdowns that got to be going back over. You know, and let's just do the pagan origins of strip clubs.
because
Right.
we had started off with the high places. It started off with the high places. Somebody was asking about the high places breakdown. I think it was Jeremiah. What's that? What was that? Jeremiah 20. Is it Jeremiah 23?
Yeah. Right, Ashura.
No, not 23. What's that?
Prince of Persia is a man. Feed the spirit, just real. That's quick.
You ready?
Yeah, well, I'm going into the word. This is the word for grove, right? Asherah, right? Which goes back to Asarte or Ashtoreth, goddess or images, sacred trees or poles set up near an altar, right? So they would actually set up these poles, and let's read what they were doing in these groves so you can understand. Now, the Most High, he told us to cut these things down. And there's a reason that he told us to cut these things down.
First King 14, we went through that whole chapter, or 18.
We ain't gotta go through the whole chapter. Let's go to what's this? No. Not tapestry. This one right here.
2 Kings 23.
Yeah. So let's read. Yeah, 23 first, 2 Kings 23, and just read 7.
It's the book of 2 Kings chapter 23, verse 7. And he break down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove.
All right, so the wolf hanging. So I want to show you this term for sodomites so you can understand, right? So the root is quadash, right? Quadashim. Now, quadash means holy.
Right.
And these guys were holy, but they were holy not to the Most High. They were holy to their God. So this is a male temple prostitute. So these sodomites in this instance are actually homosexual sodomites for religious purposes, right? A quasi-sacred person, i.e. technically a male devotee, meaning they're devoted to a specific deity by prostitution. So how they are, the religion or the God that they're following is telling them, in order to be devoted to me, you have to sell your body, right? To licentious idolatry, sodomite, or unclean, right? So the houses of the sodomites, these are the male prostitutes, right? Go ahead.
Keep going.
Verse
8.
No, read 7 again.
Verse 7, 2 Kings 23 and 7. And he break down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove.
You're right. So it says the women wove hangings for the grove. This is important as well, because this word hangings that it's saying, right, is this a house, shelter, human bodies, all these things here. This is a house. It's not a hanging. So what there actually were weaving was a place to live, a habitation. Right. These were the booths that they went into to perform ritualistic prostitution, or what would now be a private, right? So you have the pole where they dance at, Then you can get a private session with them. Well, they had that back in this time. They would dance around the Asherah pole, and then you would creep off into a private dwelling with them, and you would do things with them in exchange for money. So this is the origin of the actual strip club. That's where it comes from.
P. Israel 12 says, Shalom, what is your overall view on the early church fathers who left writings surrounding the Trinity, Mary's Immaculate Conception, post-mortem purification, etc.?
He asked what?
What is your overall view on the early church fathers who left writings surrounding the Trinity, Mary's Immaculate Conception, post-mortem purification, and etc.?
Early church fathers didn't write about that, right? But very simple. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 is all I have for that. No, it wouldn't be the same word for hanging in the New Testament, brother, because that's in Greek. Santo Delis, anytime.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
And septic is 2 Kings 23 and 7 for what we just went into. But that day shall not come unless there come a falling away first. People are going to have to fall away first, right? Meaning Paul is saying that the people that are coming in the generations after him are not going to be in the truth, are not going to be following who you call Christ. They're going to fall. There's going to be first a falling away, right? Matter of fact, let's get 2 Ezra 7 on that as well, around the 30th verse.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7, starting at verse 29. It says, after these years shall my son Christ die, and all men that have life.
Right. So after the death of Yahushua and the disciples, right, which you can read about historically as far as the disciples and how they were put to death, their crucifixions and stonings and things of that nature. Go ahead.
It says, and the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days.
So the old silence means that the voice of God would not speak through his prophets. That wasn't happening during a complete amount of time, which would cover the time in which the quote unquote early church fathers and those who succeeded them, those who were a part of those councils who came up with the Trinity and the Immaculate Conception and all that. The voice of God wasn't talking at that time, wasn't speaking in the earth. The earth was silent at that time. So no, I don't regard any of that. They're wrong.
Lama Allah Yahweh said, I purchased the complete works of Josephus for a historical reference. I was thinking about purchasing Philo's writings. Who would you say is more reliable and why?
I mean, history says Philo is more reliable. But I mean, listen, bro, what you do with historical sources is you use them. Right. So it doesn't matter who's more reliable. The two, you already went and spent the money on Josephus' works. Go get Philo's works and utilize all of them to further your understanding and teach the truth.
Right.
Chucklewood said that stuff free. Yeah, but also it's good to have the written version. The written word is powerful to just use at your disposal and, to show people sometimes. But definitely there are virtual versions of all of that.
Print it out. Put a hard back on it yourself.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of pages.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of pages.
It's a lot of pages. For a lot of pages. Jalen Johnson, you might gotta reiterate this question, brother. It said, Chief, is Revelation KJV chapter 5 1/7 a end all say all on the Trinity belief?
What verse?
I'm assuming Revelation chapter 5 verse 1 and verse 7.
No, so read that.
Revelation chapter 5 verse 1. It says, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written, within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. Jumping down to verse 7. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
That's a good anti-Trinity. End all be all. I wouldn't say that, and the reason I wouldn't say that is, I mean, it is to us, of course, but there's a lot of end all be alls. You need to compile all of them and pummel a cognitive dissonance suffering Trinitarian. That's what I would say. Do remember promo code Monday, urbangrla.com, saves you on all items and orders. You only got for about the next 24 hours, 23 hours, something like that.
Charles DeBose said, "Is it possible?"
Dubois.
I if it would have said it said DeBose, like DBOSE. Charles DeBose. Yeah,
I don't know what that is. Shout out to that, bro.
DeBose said, "Is it possible to find Joseph under an Egyptian name in Egyptian history?"
Yeah, just go see my Egyptian presentations on that. Right. You have him. Hold on. I don't know if they had his name though. They have his statue though in a virus. Yeah, I don't know if they have a name on it. Yeah, the Avara statue. Asiatic dignitary. Yeah, it doesn't really have the name. That is
You're not sharing on purpose?
A tribute. Yeah, no, I'm not sharing on purpose. I'm just looking. If it gave us what we was looking for, I would boom. Yeah, nah. It's just basically identifying that it was a Asiatic, an Amu, but it's not really identifying what the name was. You do have to remember that there are some parts of Egyptian history where you had non-ethnic Egyptian rulership that when ethnic Egyptian rulership took the throne back, they definitely tried to erase. Because even if you take a look at that statue, it was defaced. That's what Joseph. So if you ever see them with the recreation, it looks like a white boy. It's a defaced statue. Now his hair texture certainly isn't consistent with that of a European. You know, a Edomite, but you know that is what it is. But yeah. So they try to erase certain history. Egypt is infamous for trying to erase the history of certain dynasties, for sure.
Jay said, "Do you think observing certain West African customs gives us a glimpse of how Israelites live?" I know Hebrew Isms of West Africa talks about this. Just wanted you to expound.
Some of them, not all of them. You know, some customs of your family here and throughout the Americas can give you the same thing. You know, but that's some. It's not all.
Servant of the Most High God said, "Any tips for someone having a hard time fasting?"
I mean, bro, you gotta just do it. I don't know what tips you can get. You gotta just, stop letting your flesh win, bro. because that's all that's happening. You're having a hard time because your flesh doesn't want to do it. You have to stop letting your flesh win. Simple. Use your spirit to defeat your flesh.
I don't know, maybe you want to hear intermittent fasting or something.
Yeah, you might want to try something like that. Just start
intermittent.
doing fasting for small windows and building up. Facts.
Pristine said, "Big ups to the Sicarii fam. Was Israel wrong for having Christ killed? I hear it was all a part of the plan, John 11:45-53, or was it evil and they should be held accountable? Thanks for your time."
None of that matters.
Right.
What matters is that through his death comes the salvation of Israel. So we can argue morality or any of those things, but it literally was prophecy. It literally had to happen, and if it doesn't happen, we don't have a savior. So I'm not gonna get into was somebody wrong, etc. God said something was gonna happen, it happened, and through that thing happening, we will eventually get salvation. That's what matters.
And Caiaphas in the spirit said that it was necessary for that one man to die for the whole nation not to perish.
Which was his motive for a conspiracy against him to kill him. I mean, you know.
I'm gonna go with the guy talking in the spirit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Furnace of Adversity says, "How do you prove Deuteronomy 22:28 isn't about the R word?"
It's pretty simple. Let's go here. It's pretty obvious if you just read in context. So let's go. Okay, I'm sharing. All right, Deuteronomy 22. So all we gotta do is start at 25. All we gotta do is see 25. It says, "But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field and the man force her," we know what force is. That's plain. That's clear. Force, and lie with her, then that man only shall die. In 28, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin which is not betrothed and lay hold on her, it didn't say force. It said lay hold on her. It said, you see, there's two different words. Now, more importantly than the translation, because the translation does reflect something in the original. Chazak. Chazak is the word, right? Which means strength, right? You're overpowering somebody. We go to 28. Right, and lay hold. Tapash. It's entirely different Hebrew words, entirely different translations. So how do we know it? Because we know what forcing a woman is, and that's covered in 25 and 26. It's not the same word or thing happening in 28. And what you have to understand about the book of Deuteronomy is the word means second law. Do means second. It's a reiteration of laws in previous books. So all you got to do is come to Exodus 22 and 16 to see the law that this is reiterating and elaborating upon. Exodus 22 and 16. "And if a man entice a maid," right? That's what it's talking about, enticing a maid. That laying hold on her is literally what you would call pulling. We call it, I pulled her.
Yeah.
Did you pull her? No, you didn't pull her, but you pulled her. Okay, cool. Check. "And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. You owe her father a dowry for laying with his daughter. That's your wife. If her father utterly refused to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins." Meaning, if her father refuses negotiations, then there is a minimum standard dowry that he is said to pay for that woman. Simple. That doesn't mean her father now is saying you can't take her, because if he's saying that, then he can say that to everyone who has sex with her, and then effectively he'd be pimping his daughter out because he gets paid every time.
Yeah, and like he said, when you read the exact law in Exodus 22, is verse 29 says the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Deuteronomy 22 and 29. "Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because he have humbled her, he may not put her away all his days."
So,
yeah.
And again, when it says that last part is there necessarily because, again, because he did not negotiate terms with the father of the bride, there are those contingencies there that now because the father could have negotiated things that would cause or lead to divorce. So what this is saying is, if you go behind the father's back to obtain that woman, you can never put a woman away, because you defrauded her father the opportunity to negotiate the terms of his daughter's marriage contract. Very simple.
Feed the Spirit said, yeah, y'all like, share, and subscribe, and keep liking the video, keep sharing the video, man. About the show. Walk the water. Feed the Spirit said, is the prince of the kingdom of Persia in Daniel chapter 10, verse 13, an angel or man?
I answered that. That's a ain't. Oh no, that's a man. So like the prince of Persia is a man. Right. That's Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Cyrus. Question in Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man lay with an unmarried woman, when would they be considered married? When he lay with her. Right. But what you have to do to finalize that is pay the dowry.
Right.
You owe, if she's a virgin, if she's never had sex with any other man on earth, you owe her father a dowry. Now, if she's not a virgin, you don't owe nobody nothing.
Right. King Couture said, are Koreans Moab? Pretty sure there was a bit during the time where they became snipers to protect their stores. Are Koreans Moab? Is the question.
Yes, they're Moab.
Soldier of Yah said, are Sicilians Israelites or false?
Yeah, Sicilians is a great deal of Israelites in Sicily. I would say definitely by and large Sicilians are Israelites. And there are different ways, there are different indications upon that with their surnames. They have blatantly Moorish surnames when you understand Moorish nomenclature, Arabic nomenclature, Shemitic nomenclature, their last names. It's very easy to see. There's a lot of them who have the Eli on their last name, right, which goes back to Allah. All right. Eli, Ali, anything like that you see with those Italian names or Sicilian names, those are Moorish surnames. Moorish surnames.
It's a real big schism in Italy in regards to the Sicilians too. Like so they literally call them the niggas of Italy.
Yeah, there's a who is them people up? You got them different people in Italy. You got not Sicilians, the Neapolitans. Those are Edomites, right? The Neapolitans and things like that come up in that come up from that northern Italy. You got Neapolitans, and then you got Sicilians, distinctive people in Italy.
I'm sorry, it's real deal racism.
Yeah,
out there, like,
for sure.
It's crazy. So like Yahweh Shai's King said, can you break down the priest order of Melchizedek versus Levi in the kingdom?
Oh, well, that's simple. Let's go back to Isaiah 60. I'm just going to tell you.
All right. Isaiah chapter 60. We're going to start at verse, where we at? Verse 4, verse 1. I'm going to start from the end of the top. This is.
You know what I'm looking for? 60. They shall work in the field, and you shall be the priest of God.
Okay, come.
It was about 10.
We're going to start at Isaiah chapter 60, starting at verse 9. It says, surely the isle shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, to the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because they have glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto you. For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor have I had mercy on you. Therefore your gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto you the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish; yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Jumping down.
Go to 61. It ain't 60, it's 61. This is live, Dominic. The give now on the SICARRI website is not loading. Let me see. It worked for me. SICARRI.com/give. It show it pop right up. Promo code Monday, urbangrow.com. Do remember. Go ahead.
The prophet Isaiah chapter 61, starting at verse 5. It says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
That's right.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Read on.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
Right. Ye shall what?
Be named the priest of the Lord.
Go ahead.
Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
You're going to minister on behalf of the Most High, meaning you're going to be teaching the word of the Most High. Who are you going to be teaching it to? The heathens that are working for you, that are your possession. So that's how the different priesthoods work. The order of Melchizedek just qualifies all of the 12 tribes to be able to teach the word of God. The Levitical priesthood is a very specific function in the temple. Right? So that's how that works. Okay, King Couture.
M. Gibbs said, Chief, have you seen Trump running mate J.D. Vance ties to Silicon Valley tech companies? And do you think that it would make sense they would implement the chip?
It's possible. I hope so.
Right.
I'm not familiar with the man J.D. Vance at all.
Spidey said, can you break down Deuteronomy 23:7? I'm not trying to save the heathen, just want the proper understanding.
Yeah, that's real easy. Real easy, fellow. Okay. Deuteronomy 23. Let's start at the top.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, starting from verse 1. It says, he that is wounded in the stones or has his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh.
Okay, so let's just stop there. Okay. No, that's the word I'm looking for. Incredible. Let's go to Lamentation 1:10 real quick.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 1, verse 10. The adversary has spread out his hand upon all her pleasant things. For she has seen that the heathen entered into her sanctuary, whom you didst command that they should not enter into thy congregation.
So the congregation is the sanctuary. What is the sanctuary, you might ask? So let's go to just something that really simplifies it. Because this is talking about more so the tabernacle, which is the same thing. Let's go right here. After Solomon built it.
The sanctuary for 22.
Yeah, boom, okay. First, we're going to start at 17 and 19. Solomon McFadden, Yahweh Shemi Ashabakata with the water.
It's kind of book of First Chronicles, chapter 22, verse 17. It says, David also commanded all the princes of Israel to help Solomon, his son, saying, Is not Yahweh your God with you? And has he not given you rest on every side? For he has given the inhabitants of the land into mine hand. And the land is subdued before Yahweh and before his people. Verse 19. Now set your heart and your soul to seek Yahweh your God. Arise therefore and build you the sanctuary of Yahweh, to bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord and the house and the holy vessels of God into the house that is to be built to the name of Yahweh.
Right. So that's what the sanctuary is, the congregation. What is that? The temple. So now let's go back to Deuteronomy 23 with all of that in mind, so you understand what the congregation is, which now you shouldn't even have a question based off of the earlier thing. We already brought out that these people can come to the temple, right? So let's back at 23 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 1.
Mhm.
He that is wounded in the stone,
Right,
or has his privy member cut off.
so if you're an Israelite and your nuts don't work, or you've been castrated, go ahead.
It says, or has his privy member cut off, shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh.
You can't come to the sanctuary if your nuts don't work or you've been castrated. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 2, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh.
Incest baby is who that's referring to. Can't come to the sanctuary either. Go ahead.
He says, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter.
If he has no matter how long down the line he have great grandkids, he can't come. Right? Go ahead.
It says, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahweh.
Right? Read on.
Verse 3, an Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. Even to the 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of Yahweh forever.
See that? They're banned. It didn't say all heathens. Right. It said specifically Moabites and Ammonites forever. Dalen Cooper, Yabashim Yashabakatawa the water. Right? Skip down to 7 now.
Come. Verse 7, it says, Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
Now say what?
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
Important. Abhor. What does abhor mean? To abhor, to be abominable, to do abominably in a ritual sense. That's important. How do we know it's a ritual sense? Well, what does it say?
It says, Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because you were a stranger in his land.
Read on.
The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of
Yahweh. So it said they shall enter. So the abhorring or the abominable is in a ritualistic sense. Contextually, it's what it's talking about. It's in no other context but ritualistically. And to abhor doesn't mean to dislike or to hate. It is to treat abominably. So don't disallow them from entering the congregation. Read.
It says, the children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of Yahweh in their 3rd generation.
Meaning, I understand you just had tension with these two groups of people, the Edomites and the Egyptians. The Egyptians just enslaved you. You had a negative interaction with the Edomites on your path to the promised land during the journey through the wilderness of sin. But don't hold that against them. After 3 generations, you can start letting them come to the sanctuary and offer. Right? It's just those Ammonites and Moabites. Never let them offer. Them 7 Canaanites, exterminate them. Don't let them offer. And if anybody got their nuts cut off, their balls don't work, or they are a product of incest, even if they're an Israelite, don't let them offer. That's what's going on in Deuteronomy 23. Very, very simple. Yeah, it was a whole doctrine.
12560 says, if we're not to use razors, why did the Most High tell Ezekiel to use a barber's razor in Ezekiel 5:1?
Let's go there. Let's take a look at that. All right. It's not about if we're not to use razors. Who said we're not to use razors? Right? It's what you're using razors for.
Right.
To take a razor and destroy the corners of your beard, you're not allowed to do that. To destroy the corners of your head, to round the corners of your head, you're not allowed to do that. Didn't say you weren't allowed to use razors. Scissors are two razors. That's what's called a shear. What's that? A shear? What are shears? Right? Take a look at these shears. Right? What is a shear? Let's look at what is a shear. Cut the wool off. Oh, to break off, cut.
That's
to shear something.
The verb. That's the verb.
That's the verb.
Yeah.
The noun. A strain in the structure. No, that ain't it, right? Have something cut off to break or cut something off.
You gotta go to the shears.
Shears. What is a shears? That should work. Shears, a cutting instrument in which two blades move past each other like scissors, but typically larger. Two blades. What kind of blades? Razor blades. So even scissors are a razor. So it's not about we can't use razor. What are you using a razor for? Now let's read Ezekiel 5:1, and let's see what razors are used for.
The book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 5:1. And you, son of man, take you a sharp knife, take you a barber's razor.
Okay, go ahead.
And cause it to pass upon your head and upon your beard. Then take the balances to weigh and divide the hair.
So if I take a knife, a razor, and go like this and cut off a part of my beard, did I mar the corners of my beard? No, but I still use the razor to do it. You get it trimmed with my beard with scissors. That's fine. That's not what's in question. What's in question is taking a razor and marring the corners of your beard and rounding the corners of your head. That's what we're commanded not to do. Simple.
Nicholas Jacobs said, Shalom, Chief. I was just thinking about this a couple of days ago. Do you think that Nat Turner's slave rebellion, although was unsuccessful, was a foreshadowing of Yahushua ultimately delivering us, especially seeing as how Nat Turner was a Judite?
Possibly. And where were they going to? Jerusalem.
Right. And it was, like you said, it was all predicated upon the word of the Lord. James Moore said, can millionaires get into heaven?
Why not? I want you to understand, a millionaire is not rich. A lot of our people don't even understand inflation adjustments. Right. Like, for example, if you have $1 million in California, it's like you see what I'm saying? Like like you have it 400,000. So the way inflation works and how useless and worthless this money is becoming, having $1 million is not a big deal anymore. And people who have $1 million or are millionaires are having problems with their bills and going broke every day. So why not? Why can't a millionaire? Now, Yahushua said, it's harder for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle is for a rich man to inherit the kingdom. But guess what? He didn't say it was impossible. All things are possible through him. Right. So it's number one, possible. Number two, also what rich is, from our perspective, is much different from what rich actually is. Because again, I think it was Chris Rock that said this. If you're rich, you can lose that, with a crazy summer and a drug habit, something to that effect. Yeah. That can be gone.
Yeah, millionaire one purchase away from not being a
millionaire. Not being a millionaire. Literally. That's what because we're not millionaires, our people, we look at that like, but when you actually take a look at the lifestyle and what's necessary, all the people that got to get paid. And first off, you get $1 million, they're taking 40% of it off top. That's off top. I want to say it's a 38% tax. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all, you know, you getting paid some more, that doesn't actually make you rich, you know. And more money, more problems, they say.
Yeah, and even all the point of the the lesson Yahushua was trying to teach was don't put your trust in your money more than you put your trust in having faith that Yahweh is going to supply you with whatever it is that you need. Like people put too much faith and trust in fiat currency and things that don't go with you when you perish. And that's really all it is, bro. Don't lose yourself in the money. Don't lose your piety.
That's
Don't
right.
become impious
That's right.
because of your acquisition of money.
Mhm.
That's it, man. Dalen Cooper said, "How does God feel about complaining in prayer?"
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I would think that is a case by case situation.
Right. Yeah. What's the complaint?
You know,
Yeah, because Ezekiel say you're supposed to sigh and cry.
Jeremiah complained. He has a whole book called Lamentations. That's him complaining to God in prayer.
Yeah, it's about yeah, like you said, it's a case by case for sure.
Mhm.
The complaint.
Psalms got
Say
complaints.
the substance of the complaint.
Yeah, always.
So make it slow.
Hard to be a God 707. Y'all about Shemel Shabbat Water. Shout out to the whole 707 too, man. You know, I know something about that Vallejo, man. You know, everything up that way.
Megan Israel said, "Can I shave the hair off my neck under my beard, like around my Adam's apple and under my ears?"
Yeah, man, just go ahead and take yourself up a little bit. Again, don't take a razor to it. You go ahead and get them clippers.
Yeah.
You know, even without a guard, you know, just
Yeah.
clean yourself up a bit, man. Don't put that razor and you know, don't don't kill the cuticle. You said what? Don't zero guard the clippers, brother. Simple. It's very simple.
So Israelites can have stubble cuts.
What is it? What do you mean a stubble cut? What's that?
Yeah, what's that, bro?
That's hair. Stubble, right? Last I checked, stubble was hair, pimp. And there's a low cut. You know. Most I didn't say a length. You see, he gave us parameters. Y'all be asking questions. You already have the parameters.
Right.
So if the stubble cut, if you didn't mar the corners of it, and it's a stubble cut, you know, the hair is still there, even though it's low, then you're fine.
Right.
You have your parameters, bro.
Right. But if you want to have the Israelite struggle the first year or so, they struggle look, then he just hit them with this struggle look, cuz you ain't brought up under the right people. They don't really just go ahead lay down the culture properly to you. You just go into straight up caveman mode for some reason. Like you can just think now that you're in the truth, you got Most High just didn't let you still look fly or something. You know, that ain't what he was saying, bro.
You know,
that struggle look, because that you just started looking raggedy. You like, God, like throw some sackcloth on while you at it, cuz.
the water couture. The water. Yeah, in the quad, of course. That's why I said, man, we're just gonna do the Q&A, especially that breakdown earlier. That was heavy. Definitely want everybody to make sure they download that, watch that, even a couple times, get your notes, things of that nature. Just say, I'm gonna just do a Q&A. It's a lot happening right now. It's a lot going on with the World War III news, stuff like that. So make sure y'all following. Make sure y'all follow the brother Dawad Yasharala, the brother Officer Q, SICARRII Baltimore, Quadazabala. He's got a powerful Instagram. Dawad _ Yasharala. He just launched his TikTok, SICARRII _news on TikTok. He's giving you all that hard hitting, impactful stuff, the stuff that you need to be paying attention to going on as World War III, Lord willing, is shaping up before our eyes. Shalom, Elder Yara.
Jalen Johnson said, Chief, were there challenges that the Most High gave other nations?
Were there challenges that the Most High gave other nations? I don't understand that question. I don't understand.
Everything given to everybody is for the Most High's own.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Jose Andres Prado Sierra said, Chief, what do you got on the Council of Trent? I remember it had some bombs in there, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me too. I'd have to refresh on that. Council of Trent.
You see the wrestling question.
Wrestling question. Do you think that Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks made a good decision to go to AEW as opposed to going back to WWE, looking at how she is booked by Tony Khan? I think that anybody making a decision to go to AEW, if it is for the purpose of the furtherance of their career, is making a horrible decision. One, unless they are an upstart and they're trying to make their way, I think it possibly could be working out well for Shane Strickland and giving him an opportunity to go to WWE with some clout. But as for Sasha Banks, I think it was a horrible decision. I think she would have been better on the independent circuit. But if she just wanted a payday, it's great to go to AEW. Tony Khan is going to pay you. He has a endless supply of money to just pour into a very rapidly failing professional wrestling fanboy project. Oh man, he's paying niggas so much money, and it's just bad. I'm talking about his first episode. I think was like 1.3 million. Right now, they're struggling to get 500,000 people to tune in. 5 years later, your audience isn't supposed to diminish like that. That's poor, and they're on TBS and TNT. They're on major player networks. So I think Sasha, but WWE rubbed her the wrong way, so I'm not mad about her leaving and the whole thing and their lack of pushing black women. So when her and Trinity left, but Trinity's back. So I think she should come back. But it is what it is. Or she could have stayed in Japan, but I just Tony don't know how to book her. He don't know how to book anybody. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Can Israelites have dogs?
Yeah. The whole world is yours, brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we up here. As far as them challenging them to be about the stars, as far as them counting the stars, I still don't understand your question, brother.
He's saying like in Jeremiah, if the stars can be counted, like if they accomplished it, the Israel could be taken out. Is that what he?
Yeah, I mean he'd have to clarify that.
I don't understand that question at all.
Yeah. I always thought having a dog will have you dedicated to an animal. I mean, not necessarily, man. Have your dog, man. If you want a dog, I'm not finna have no dog. That's for damn sure.
Distraction. Everything vanity, regardless, bro. I don't know what you mean. Distraction.
Isaiah has a dog.
Yeah, man.
Shaquall.
That speaks and understands Hebrew.
Gets his orders in Hebrew. Brothers, how do you feel about young men and the truth regarding women? Should we strictly focus on learning? I think that the average person, the average man on the earth is not qualified to have a woman. Doesn't know anything about the average woman on the earth isn't qualified to have a man. In the truth, out the truth, anywhere in any aspect of life. That's what I think at this point. And I think that Paul said, if you marry, you'll have trouble in the flesh. And a lot of people are having a lot of trouble, for sure.
Right.
A lot of people having a lot of trouble.
You talking about a dog is a distraction. That'd be the distraction.
You see, they worried about the wrong bitch, ain't they?
Nah, for real. That's another one.
Oh man. I don't just like yeah. Me, I have babies. I don't have dogs. That's usually my motto. But to each their own. You ain't wrong. You can do that. You can eat locusts if you want to. Somebody else might say, I don't want to eat locusts. All right, cool. Well, do what you want. If a non-believer leaves his wife, is she free to remarry? Yeah. pursuant to 1 Corinthians 7:15. But just the general what Paul is commentating on is the fact of the situation, right? Santo crazy. It's the fact of the situation. The fact of the situation, this person doesn't believe there is no standard to hold them to because they don't submit themselves to that standard of marriage, of relationship, etc. If you live in America and people can be boyfriend and girlfriend as they so choose, and that's what that person wants to subjugate themselves to, then there's no law to subjugate them to that they care about as far as scripturally. So if that unbelieving man just leave that woman, he don't want to be with that woman anymore, he quote unquote breaks up with her, divorces her, whatever, she's free after that. Ain't nothing wrong with that grasshopper, man. All right.
Yeah, and the Jalen Johnson, dude, he confirmed that's what he was talking about.
Okay. I mean, so he is giving him a challenge, but it's an impossible challenge. That's like, I'll do that when pigs fly. That's what Yahweh is saying in that moment. He challenges the nation. He says, learn to follow my ways like you have taught Israel to follow your ways. These are just things that aren't going to happen. These are pigs flying. Brother, hold on.
It's gorilla time.
It's also
Scary hours.
definitely been scary hours. We're going to go about another 15 minutes. Do remember promo code Monday at urbangorilla.com. Save you on all items and orders for about the next 24 hours. Get on over there, man. Get something dope like this shirt I got on, this hat I got on. You feel me?
God.
It's great like that.
Barbecue and ranch flavored crickets.
Shout out to barbecue ranch crickets. Shout out to lemon pepper crickets. Shout out to chocolate crickets. Shout out to honey barbecue crickets.
God.
Every flavor you can imagine crickets.
God.
Shout out to them.
The honey hot crickets.
You know, definitely the honey hot crickets. I've seen them in St. Louis somewhere. Ruben said, is it unlawful to hit an elder even if they attack you first? It's not unlawful to hit an older person. It's not unlawful to defend yourself against an older person. The only person that's unlawful for you to strike is your parents,
Right.
Your mother and your father. Other than that, if you need to whoop somebody's ass, man, you're free and clear to do it. All right, whoop their ass. All right, in between 12 and 200.
God.
Do your thing. All praise to the Most High. Do remember, y'all, want to get my plugs in real quick. Do remember, you get on over to gorilla.tv, grla.tv. That's where you can see my full length greatest hits on the street content. They've been trying to suppress that. They've been trying to deplatform that. So get on over to gorilla.tv. It's owned and operated, you know, by us and for us, myself, and of course, the good people at czyn.network. So you get on over to gorilla.tv, man. Sign up at just $5. You sign up for $5, get access to all the content, man. grla.tv. Let me put that again, y'all. Just for the $5. Just for the $5. You get on there, you get the content. You get them street videos. You get what you're looking for. Right? All praise you. How about you? Honey mustard crickets coming soon. Praise the Lord. It's just women been tempting me, but I don't know if I only want to focus on manifesting the kingdom, testosterone through the roof. Well, you have to balance things, and you do have to focus on the kingdom, but that doesn't mean you don't have to deal with women. You know, you need to be in the right mind and in the right position to do these things, and you can't get carried away. You have to keep yourself balanced. You have to keep your flesh ruled, but you can do both. You know, brothers have women. His brother to the right of me, he has women, right? Me, Jesus Christ. Me, Lord be with me, right? You know, but guess what? I'm gonna get the work done.
First and foremost.
I'm gonna get the work done first and foremost. You know, we got the work done. I was with my wife earlier, you know, and we had some things to do. I came here, but what we do, we got to class, didn't we? Oh, all right then. You see what I'm saying? While we was doing the work, we had the 2/3 breakdown was playing. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you just got to balance, but you got to make sure the work is prioritized over all other tasks. I got a call from an elder brother, good brother in the chat right now. I ain't gonna put him out there. Brother called me in the chat, And man, he told me something. He told me a few things, but there's one thing he was emphasizing to me. I said, damn, you know what? He's in the spirit. I think he's exactly right. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. Y'all just gonna have to wait and see. But he gave a good suggestion to rekindle, to reignite something that we used to do. So just stay tuned for that, man. You know, powerful. I might, you know, I'm thinking about maybe this Thursday. We'll see. I'll talk to the Akim when the TV go off. You know, but yeah, we got about 10 more minutes, y'all. So make sure you shoot your questions. Again, promo code Monday. It's good at urbangrilla.com, grilla.tv. You're gonna get them street videos uncut. $5 a month. That's it. If you want your little counseling, stuff like that for people who really serious about having a life coach and thing, all that's available at grilla.tv. All of that. Right? Manzada said, when we go set up a camp on Fig, the sheep need y'all. Now listen, I thought about that last time. We went to Fig though. I evangelized on Fig. Okay. I was on Fig. I wasn't just, you know, trying to see what's up with the homies on Fig. I was evangelizing to the young ladies on Fig. That's no cap. I was doing that. I was encouraging repentance to them ladies on Fig. I'm probably gonna put that over on gorilla.tv. Stay tuned for that. We got that footage. Taz got that footage. Was we on Fig? I told you I was gonna take you to Fig, didn't I? Okay, we was riding Fig. We rode Fig. I said, Cap, get off on Florence. I said, and when you see that Century turn back around, we going back down Fig, back to Florence, back on that 110. Right? And guess what? We was evangelizing. But I definitely want to do a Fig camp, like a full-fledged Figueroa takedown. I don't care, but you know, I want to, before I do that, I want to counsel with my brother, my big brother, my esteemed elder, the incomparable Andre Taylor, also known as Gorgeous Dre. Because we don't, of course, we're here to rebuke our people that's in the lifestyle, but also we want to reach our people that's in the lifestyle of pimping and whoring. So by doing that, I want to do it in the best methodology possible that's going to be received by both sides. Because guess what? There's some of them brothers who's out there, who's in that lifestyle, who might have a few bras up under them. And that brother can go and be a powerful man of God and husband and go from having, you know, 3 or 4 girls selling for him to having 3 or 4 wives in his truth. Right? So I don't want to rub people the wrong way, even though it's going to be inevitable, but I want to present the information in a way that is going to be most palatable to all parties involved. So I want to get some wisdom from the elder, from my big brother, on the best and most effective way to do that. But most definitely, man, you know, I got to come on. You know, I got to get out there to that Fig. I got to give back to that Fig, right? As Isaiah said, so is CZY separate from Gorilla TV? Yes and no. Essentially, CZY is the parent of Gorilla TV. Gorilla TV is just going to be, for the most part, my street videos. Now, the same content from Gorilla TV will also be on CZYN, including additional content also on CZYN. Deacon's content and other stuff will also be at CZYN.network. So everything won't be on Gorilla TV, but the street teachers will definitely be there. CZYN will have all the Gorilla TV stuff and more. That's why one is $5 and one is $15. It's on the idiots to turn a hoe into a housewife. That's right, man. You know, a lot of people don't want to hear that. It's easier to turn a hoe into a housewife. He says either to a hoe into a housewife than a slut into a housewife. Lord in Christ. Hey, brother said a word. Brother Soldier Danielle out there in that Sin City that we turned to Win City. Can we put our demons on animals today like Yahweh Shai did the pigs? I mean, if you have the spiritual power and ability, you can. I wouldn't say everybody could just do that like it's just an easy task. Is the number that can't be counted the regeneration of all Israel? No, the number that can't be counted is an innumerable amount of Israelites. Not that just like the regeneration of Israel. No problem, brother Azazi. D. Rich, Shalom. Shalom. All right, we got about 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes.
Hey, brother Megan had asked, what year was it when you were in Sunset, when you went to Sunset Park, and do you still have that?
I went to Sunset Park. That had to be. It was me. It was Captain Tazama Moth. It was Sergeant Shamar Yashar. We was in Sunset Park. I believe it was on 4th. Believe what did we take? What train did we take? We took the R train. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the R train. That was. It was when Tommy Sotomayor got socked on. I believe. Was it that? I want to say. HOI had a cookout that weekend. Elder Priestbach had a cookout that weekend in Prospect Park. That had to be either 2016 or 2017. Fifth Ave, yeah, Fifth Ave 50th Street. Had to be 2016 or 17. I don't know if I had the footage. I gotta look through. If y'all got terabytes upon terabytes of storage of things stored, so I may have some of that footage. I'll have to look over it. I have to look over it. But I've been kind of slowly going through the footage and weeding through it because some of it's gonna be on Gorilla.tv. Some stuff I'm actually gonna introduce something called SICARRI Sunday Drive-In, where we kind of take a look at some of this old footage on Sundays. We kind of have a watch along with the community. I want to definitely introduce that soon. So I'm kind of like just going through my old hard drives, but y'all know I got that 11 terabyte joint, man, that I'm trying to get recovered, if it be the will of the Lord, because there's a lot of stuff that y'all have not seen on there, and that y'all need to see. And if it be the will of the Lord, you will see it. I said it because I had a kitten once that got sick after I felt healed, almost like a demon had been cast on me and put in the kitten. I mean, it's possible. Is the book of Enoch a part of the text, or is it a made-up book? It's definitely a made-up book, or what would be called classified as a Jewish fable.
Pseudo-pigraphy.
Fake. Fake. Shout out to Makazar. All right. No, that's not Makazar. That's Makazar. Shout out to him too, though.
Shout out
regardless. Let me see.
Shout out Gucci.
Oh yeah, that's Makazar. Okay. Oh, praise. That's the brother. Pseudo. Right? He said this is written in Talmudic style, and that's a great point, right? And then these fools. So I did a debate. Not these fools. Shout out to my brother Drew Nazar. But I did a debate, and we had an after debate, and people were criticizing my utilization of the Talmud as a historical source. And people, do SICARRI believe in the Talmud now? What? It's not about belief in the Talmud, but we can take a look at things in there, and we can make certain proofs with it, though. It is a historical source. We don't have to agree with the theological conclusions of the individuals who are the authors to acknowledge the valid historicity that exists in the book. Come on. And everything in the book is not horrible, right? It was something I was looking at the other day because I heard somebody mention this on a podcast. And I wanted to, and it sounded good to me. So I wanted to look into it, right? Where is this at? Yeah, this one right here. Judaism recognizes the importance of hold on. Is it this one? Yeah, this one right here. Hold on. Yeah, supporting community economy. I really like this. Jewish teachers emphasize the responsibility to support others in the community. By hiring people for their expertise, one contributes to the economic stability of the community, helping others earn a livelihood. Right? Ethical implication. Paying for services rather than attempting to do everything oneself fosters economic independence and strengthens communal bonds. It reflects a principle called all of Israel is responsible for one another, encouraging mutual support within the community. So it's good to actually do business. And instead of trying to say, okay, how can I cut this corner and do it myself with everything, it's good to hire people. Why? Because if you're hiring your people, you're supporting your people. And this is a practice that they implement, and they do what? They empower each other through that. So it's funny because where all this come from is I heard this dude say there's a saying that says, have you ever seen a Jew mow the lawn? It's another one that says, have you ever seen a Jew fix a car? Not that there's any not Jewish people who mow their lawns or fix cars, but the whole point is they prioritize paying people to do these certain tasks, to outsource it for the purpose of supporting the communal economy. Now, I found a young brother today. I went over to my wife's house. Dude was over there cutting the grass, younger brother. Now, mind y'all, if y'all know me, these brothers know me. I've had issues with landscaping. I've been gouged. You know, I believe in supporting the community. I didn't have to learn this from them. So I believe in circulating the Israelite dollar, even with people that are not in the truth.
Even like how you only let, like you sell shirts and different merch, but you say get your Zeets somewhere else.
Get your Zeets somewhere else. I'm trying to help other people. Why don't you got the Zeets on there? Well, because Isaiah got to sell Zeets, so he got to get some money, right? Zeets by B. Got to get some money. Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co. got to get some money. Prestige Way Design got to get some money. And that TSF, they definitely got to get some money. Wait till I show y'all them TSF. I haven't even showed nobody them TSF Zeets yet. Wait till I show you them TSF Zeets. Wow. But I say all that to say, so it's a young brother. So number one, years ago, I found me a Levite brother, Haitian landscaper, right? And this brother, I was so solid with him. That nigga came and cut my grass, and I had to hit him. I said, bro, I said, you get paid to cut my grass? He said, man, I figured you was out of town, man. I just cut the grass, man. I wasn't even tripping. Great brother, but he lived so far. So he was kind of in and out of cutting the grass. So a young brother came by my home one day. I want to give him a shot. He cut the grass. He didn't do the best job, but I've been working with him for a long time. And the brother, man, his prices, man, they just keep going up. They just keep going up. And I got one of my real house, man. The weeds went out of control to the point where the county came and put a warning on my door. But this brother's getting paid to cut my grass. But he's letting these overgrowth of weeds damn near overtake my home. So I had to outsource my kid's cousin's boyfriend to come do it, and he did it for a good price for the heftiness of the job. But I sent him a picture of the new crib, and I said, man, which I want you to understand, the new crib I moved into, but it don't got no yard. My last crib had a stupid backyard, and we never even used, but we had it, which only showed me what the hell I need a yard for. I had one 4 years, I ain't use it, right? So I understand a high price for cutting all that grass. I'm getting quoted for this little ass yard I got. I'm tripping. So now I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking for a new landscaper. I've been in the market. So boom, I go to my rib house, and she got a kid in the neighborhood to do it. So I'm talking to him like, yeah, what's up? Boom, boom. So so we get the we got to go over to get some of the stuff for the business, and she come on a damn what's that camera with the ring? It ain't a ring though that she got, but the security camera in the front, and she like, baby, yeah, just go pay the line boy. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm talking to him like, yeah, man. So what she owe you, man? He like, I charge 35. I said 35. I said, do you have a car, brother? You have transportation? He said, well, I can get a ride. I said, I got a truck. Don't worry. We'll come get you. For $35, young man, we will come get you because my yard ain't no bigger than hers. Her yard really bigger than mine. So, yeah, let's do it. 35 because niggas is quoting me 110. I don't have no yard for $110. No niggas called me that, bro. I'm like, man, nah, nigga, you niggas ain't really doing it. This young man out there with the weed whacker, he got the leaf blower. Nigga, I was okay, this young man, he's serious. He got his stuff together. He's doing it. I said, 35? He said, my name on it. Yeah, brother, come on. Yeah, my name. I said, brother, I'm up the street. I'll send a truck, come get you, man. We'll get you done, bro. All praise to the Most High. Trust me, for 35, listen, I 30, 45, 50, I'll let you get 50. I tip you. Cause these niggas trying to get me $110 for a little ass yard. Nah, bro, I'm not going out like that, bro. I ain't going out like that, man. but I believe in the circulation. But if I could empower that young man economically, help him earn a decent, it's just like the water boy. You know, I get the water boys money sometimes. That's out here. I know if y'all know about the water boys, y'all heard about the infamous. But I just know when I was their age, I wasn't trying to sell water. I was trying to sell something else. So I have to applaud them for what they're out there doing. They could be being menaces, and they're doing something that's legitimate, that's not hurting anybody, and they're putting much needed dollars in their pockets because we know they're coming up out them slums out here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, but go ahead, Axel.
No, I was about to say they keep the Aquafina. We don't really too much like.
Yeah, listen, you keep it. If y'all got that BS that damn what's that water? If you got purified, nigga, here's 20. Keep it. I don't want that water, man. You know. God. Do you have a shirt for sale? Aquafina, I'll buy a shirt.
Keep it. We gonna throw you a couple dollars. You can keep that. Okay.
D Rich, but the problem is it's not these kids. They're a little older. Yeah. They try to 110. I'm like, come on. He said, I just got 3 acres for 150 a month. My yard isn't half an acre. I'm not sitting on. It's not a half an acre, and they're trying to hit me for that. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't messing with y'all, dog. But yeah, I know where a few questions came.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It really
didn't. Oh, they didn't. Okay, all praises.
We good. Last question. Brandon Brown said, "How do I know when the book is being literal and when it's being metaphorical?"
I mean, it's context, bro. There's no just sure like one way, bro. You have to analyze each particular instance. Princess Erica, insane. What I'm dealing with, man. He said, Issachar. If I had the Issachar, you know, I'm not in the Issachar part of town. They up north. It's all Judah, but in my part of town, you got them Hamites too. Don't get it twisted. Because as quiet as it's kept, there's plenty of Hamites in some of these pockets around here in Atlanta, right? But in the Hamites, they got their little industries that they got on lock. But you know, messing with the Judites, all praises to the Most High. You know, but a couple of them, man, they asking for a little too much, and I got a young Judite brother, man. I'm getting ready to help out, man. He getting ready to put me together, and I definitely tip the brother. All praises. Can I break down why he said hit Home Depot? See, but they don't. You got to go in the morning if you want them. They already, by the time I'm ready to get a Home Depot, ain't no Issacharites waiting outside. They gone. They already got drafted.
And realistically, those folks don't be wanting that little paper either.
They
like, man, what you need?
And they like, oh,
I need something heavy. I need.
You know what they say? Oh yeah, you know what they say? What you need? Oh, get the guy from El Salvador to do it. You know, that's a y'all be Issachar cigar. Y'all be treating Zebulon wrong. And them Asherites. You know, we got them Asherites up here.
Folks, man, they want heavy dollars. They got families to feed, man. They want to go. Look,
inflation.
Yeah, if you trying to move something, if you trying to build something, you trying to. I got all that type of time. I ain't got time for this little petty little $40 right now.
Yeah, they trying to do it. They trying to do it up.
Especially if you ain't got your own lawnmower. Now we got a whole different problem.
You know.
You looking for Leviticus? I think
right. No, it's right here though.
It's in there. I think it's like 13 and 25 or something like that.
No.
It's unkept. You just spelled kept wrong. Hold on. Is it disheveled?
I'm spelling that the fuck wrong.
It's an E. D-I-S-S-H-E. Something like that. Damn. You might add too many S's. 3 S's right there, cuz?
Might have.
Yeah, you got 3 S's.
It's one, it's not even 2. All right. What's 3 S's right there? That's crazy.
Oh. Still, okay. Oh.
It's crazy because you know the lexicon search don't be right. You find it for you real quick. I don't know what to do.
13.
It's crazy. Yeah. This is it. This is it right here. Right here. Right here. Okay, so brother talk about dreads being unlawful. Asked the question. He said, can you break down why dreadlocks are unlawful? Leviticus 10:6 in context speaks on grieving. Correct. Well, let's take a look. Leviticus 11:45. So there are one group of people who's supposed to keep their hair unkempt, right? It can tell you. And the leper in whom the plague is. So when you have the plague of leprosy, his clothes shall be rent. You rent your clothes. His head bare, and he shall put a covering on his upper lip, right? Like a COVID mask, and shall cry, unclean, unclean. Right? That's what a leper does. Now, when you take a look at head bare, Strong's H6544, pariah, right? Which I think probably where you get the term pariah. It says to lead, to act as a leader, to let go. This is the key here. To let go, to let loose, to ignore, let alone, to let go, let loose, to let alone, avoid neglect. So this is you just neglecting your hair, letting it just do whatever, and that's how the dreads are formed. Now the brother asks about Leviticus 10:6, which is dealing with the priest. We go here, and Moses and Aaron, and Moses rather said unto Aaron and unto Eleazar and unto Ithamar's sons, uncover not your heads, neither rend your clothes, lest ye die. Right? It's typical of somebody in mourning to let themselves go. That's what it's saying there. Uncover your head, rend your clothes. Let's take a look at rending clothes. It's funny, it's the same word, really. Rend means to tear, rend, garment, rip. Basically having ripped up clothes and hair you don't care about. Basically letting yourself go. Typically that was something consistent with mourning. Some people also would even cut their hair off as a symbol of mourning. But what the law is teaching us is the only people that's truly appropriate for are lepers in Leviticus 13 and 45. I want to see another one. Uncover. One more. But this uncover is the same word there for bear, as y'all can see, pariah. All right. And he, the high priest among his brethren, upon whose head is the anointing oil is poured, that is consecrated to put on the garment, shall not uncover his head nor rend his clothes. Right. And this really means ever. Right. The priest can't do it. And the priest shall set the woman for uncover the woman's head. In this instance, she's taking the covering off her head. Boom. Right. So yeah. Right. Having dreads is something that's only supposed to be somebody who's in a temporary form of mourning, which again, if you're just mourning because you mourn for 7 days, your hair ain't gonna turn into dreads in 7 days. Right. But a leper, he always has to be like that as long as he has the plague. That's what turns into dreads. Simple. Right.
Kamala Harris is the woman riding the dragon of Revelation.
That's crazy.
They're asking a question. One, spelling revelation like that is crazy.
Revaluation. Okay, where we at though?
We're done.
No, it's some questions.
It was probably one more question. I think they asked.
Oh, we're over 2 hours. Okay, so I did that. What advice can you give those who want to do the work Know some scriptures, but not really good at teaching, if that makes sense. Join SICARRI. Email join@SICARRI.com. That's my advice to you, young Zoe.
Stuff that I can't see because I'm on Chief Dome.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, 5, 6 in the morning they getting drafted. And will Egypt play a big part in the war? I mean, we'll see. Egypt itself isn't really mentioned in those prophecies, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Hey, Chief, with the new 2/3 breakdown, will it be in America when the Bible references that all shall hear the truth because we have to go spread the truth to the Israelites outside America? I don't know what Bible verse you're talking about, Rocco. What tribe is Jamaicans? Benjamin says. Some grass in the club with Simeon like Carter. Yeah, that's a great line, right? Most High. Most High gave me that line through Officer Tazadaq Sicarii Dallas, right? He said he gets the Simeon like a Latin tribe outside I'm in the club, but the Simeon like Cardi B. I'm referring to a semi-automatic weapon. Okay, I did that. How you deal with Edomites, racist BS at work? I ignore it. Yeah, that's exactly what you should do, brother. That's great wisdom, King Couture, because it's not gonna go away, and they like to try to tempt us to trick us out our spot. So do your thing, work your job. Don't let Esau trick you out your position. I thought they were good. No, my brothers went bald, haven't dressed. That's crazy. Do you believe Kamala Harris? Hell no. I had.
The brother just received a breakdown. He said the water I've been battling with cutting them, setting an appointment with the barber tomorrow.
All praise. Yeah, we had a brother, man. I'm talking about all praise. This brother cut his. Sergeant Shamar, man, he had 10-year, decade. I'm talking about his dress was long as hell. But all praise to the Most High. We're gonna end on that again. Promo code Monday at urbangrilla.com for about the next day or so. Man, save you on all items and orders. We have all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, say shalom.